What's up, everybody? Kriddle here again. We're doing the Vanaspati, I guess. I don't know how to pronounce it. Gonna go through the same as we did the other two dungeons. This is just gonna be a how I pull it and go through each of the bosses on how they work. So this first pull here, you want to make sure you grab these two that spawn in the back. Those get missed quite often, and you come right up here.
These are children of Fatland.
And grab these four guys.
I could do them no harm.
Lovely. Big AoE there. So pool number one. Now let's go for pool number two. Should be 6 enemies for the second pool here. 3 right here.
Pray continue onward.
And then another 3 down this way. Because a couple of these are pretty big, you might want to move a little bit and group them up. The big guys really don't like to stack on top of each other very well. And usually have a good bit of health left after you take the other ones out. And since I haven't said, feel free to check out the timestamps. I'll have those going to the bosses if you don't want to see the entire run through of the dungeon. You can jump straight ahead to each of the bosses. Boss number 1. This one's very, very easy. All you have to do is go to where the mouth is not talking. I like to say that silence is golden. And in this case, it's very true. So Note of Despair. It's going to be an AoE there. And then Mouth Off. This is where you want to find the mouth that is not speaking. There's 2 different ways you can find that. See how it has a triple dot, triple dot. Sometimes it doesn't have anything, like over there you don't see it with nothing. But that one does have the 3 dots. Not talking, let's go to that. There's a tank buster coming in. Blast gap. Second time he does mouth off, however, he's going to raise his left or right hand and say what is left or what is right. So this time he's going to go left, so he's going to have an AoE going to the left as well as the mouths. So you want to make sure you go to the mouth that is not to his left or right if he says what is right. Note of Despair, another AoE. Lost Hope. This is where he confuses you. And you're going to run in the direction of the hand when you start to move. So what you want to do is find dots, go to it. Just like so. But depending on how that's spinning, when you hit forward, it'll start running in the direction of where that hand is. So you're gonna have to Just practice with that as it spins. What I like to do is click it fairly quickly sometimes. If I hit it and I'm not getting it, you can kind of spam it. So now he's going to go to the right. So we need to go over here. And now he's doing left. So you got to move out of the way. And obviously separate for that AoE. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Note of Despair again. So I'll show you what I do with these. So he starts spinning. Oh wait, Note of Despair, sorry. I was thinking that was the Lost Hope. We might kill him before we get Lost Hope up. We did. But anyway, what I do with Lost Hope is I generally do that, where I keep going forward a little bit at a time. And if you keep doing that, it'll just slightly move each time you do it.
What is this vile presence I sense? The horde draweth near. Be on your guard.
This is the only pool in this area, so you can just kind of fight these wherever. Hitting the wrong button there for whatever reason. Alright. After that, you can just run on up this way. Go ahead and clear these out. It's hopeless. Saddest part of the game right here to me. Absolutely the saddest part. We have not done the story. You don't know what I'm talking about, but this is the saddest part. For me, it was anyway. Right through here. This next part, a couple of big pulls, or one big pull, I guess. Just 2 sets of 3. Get these guys. There we go. Just make sure your tank or healer is fairly geared and knows what they're doing. Otherwise, this can get a little bit shady, scary. I think that one pull in the previous dungeon was a little bit worse, but it all depends on your gear and your, which tank you have, which healer. We're doing all right. And for boss number 2, this is the easiest of the 3 in this dungeon. Very, very straightforward. It's going to do 2 different types of AoEs. The first is going to be a knockback from the center. So you want to get in the center and get knocked away. And in the second one, you're going to use the bubbles. Even though the bubbles are going to appear in all of the AoEs, you do not want to use them for the first AoE. So first one, you're going to stack here in the middle. You want to get pushed away from the center between the bubbles. If you get into a bubble, it's not a big deal. It's not going to hurt you. But you'll be stuck in there and won't be able to DPS or heal or tank or whatever. Total wreck is Tank Buster. Use your cooldown for that. And then the second AoE is coming up. This one you do want to get into a bubble for. So you can wait until getting pretty close to the last second. And you can go move over to a bubble. I guess I'll go to this one. Boom. And as you see, very little damage was taken. If you're not in a bubble, it'll do about half your health for DPS. And then rinse and repeat. This should be, again, the one that's going to push from the middle. And it is. I believe it's always in the same pattern. It seemed that way every time I've done it. I could have just been very lucky. Poison Heart, stack up for that. There it is. Another Tank Buster. Cooldown. And you might get one more AoE in here. Let's see. Burn him before the AoE goes off if people stay out. Yeah, we got that. Perfection. Easy peasy. Let's go ahead and pass on all this gear. Two more pulls, and we're on the final boss. Totally forgot about those guys. But that's okay. Rattle them up real quick. No problem. looks like everybody's seen the cutscene, so we can go straight in for the boss. So this one, a little confusing first time you do it. There's a couple things you have to look for, and I will point them out to you. So what's going to happen is there's going to be red and blue on the ground, and then you are going to get a buff or debuff on you that's either red or blue, and you want to go to the opposite of what you get. So here's the red and the blue on the ground, and then you see this big red circle right here in the middle. So that means you want to stand in blue. So always stand on the opposite color. The other one can be a big blue triangle. See if it pops up. See if we get lucky. We got the big blue triangle, so we want to go into red. You see the triangle here, right here in the middle. Follow the cursor. And those are the only two things you have to look for in that. Once you find those two things, that's pretty much it. Gnashing Teeth is a tank buster. That should use a cooldown or some sort of barrier or something. Now he's going to start doing the circle and pushing you away. So you just want to make sure you line yourself up to where you get knocked into the correct color. This part right here, also very easy, but very easy to miss as well. So he's going to go over here to the side and then come up here in the background. In the background, you're going to see 3 meteors coming down, one for each of these 4 lanes here. So the lane that doesn't have a meteor is the lane you want to get into. So this one's empty, so we want to be here. Now this one's empty, so we want to be here. The entire time, you also want to be looking at the ground for these AoEs. Oh boy, there we go, we got out of that. And make sure you don't stand in those AoEs. And that's the entire fight. We just have to rinse and repeat from there. He won't do that phase again, at least I've never seen him do that phase again, unless maybe your DPS is really low, but I've never seen it. Push us. So this time he's going to push us. I'm going to stand over here because sometimes I actually dodge and don't get knocked back right there, which is really kind of a pain. It's happened to me a couple of times. Uh-oh. Our healer died, so hopefully we can do this without the healer. We should be able to. Oh, healer's back up. So we want to stay in blue. There's a cooldown there, and that's it. Hopefully that helped you guys out. Please let me know if you have any other questions. Come on by the stream and ask any questions you may have there as well. Take care. Have a good one. See you next time. Bye.